Welcome back to Roadworthy-ish. In the previous episodes, we got the car all the way back together, and in this one, we're gonna get the wheels on, get the stands right, and go drive it. Let's go! And as you know, in the previous episodes, we spent a lot of time on getting a set of coilovers made up for the rears of this car. This normally just has springs and a solid rear axle. It now rides on coilovers. Also the fronts, we made coilovers from the original strut pieces. This of course helps us get the stance that we want, getting this car nice and low. I'm gonna go into detail with a lot of the geometry involved in this later, on later episodes, because we're gonna need to machine and make a whole bunch of parts to make this work properly. Now it's just about getting it where we want it and getting it out and driving. I've done all these seals, rubber seals around the door. It kind of had me thinking, I've changed a lot of the other stuff, and this is some of the last stuff that wasn't changed, but it's also very, very expensive. But I found original Toyota weather strips for the doors. I'm gonna be putting on. I found these guys that are replacements for them that go in the back. Also very expensive. And I have bought some of this door liner for all the way around, which also cost a pretty penny. So even though I just assembled it, let's get all this stuff off and put all the new stuff on. impressions, awesome. It feels a lot quieter than it used to. I can feel the power assisted steering, not having any problems turning the wheel. I can't hear the car as much inside the cabin, even though the window was open, so that's a big plus. Before it was just horrible, there was no sound deadening. Also, the rear axle doesn't make a sound, it used to whine. We do need to go a little faster to see if it still whines, but I'm guessing it doesn't, because you could hear it before just rolling like this. Also, the brake is a little mushy. I think we need to run some clean fluid through the entire system, as this was totally bone dry, to make sure it's just driving on its own now. To make sure that that we don't have any air or anything we don't want in the brake lines. Apart from that, I'm pretty stoked. Cool. Pretty cool. The only thing we need now is to set the correct ride height, go test drive it of course, bleed the brakes, and then add on all the special decals and all that stuff I want, and that should pretty much be it. Yeah. Just got back from my wheel guy with the new wheels on there. Let's see if they will fit in the arches, because the old big ones certainly didn't. These are one size smaller, but it makes a hell of a difference with these guys. It's 225, 45, 15. These are pretty hard to fit because of the sidewall being so stiff. And also I think I have to run them at something like 35 psi to make sure they don't fall off the edge. But this chunky boy needs to go on here. Let's put it on and see how it looks. Alright, let's have a look at how this will fit. The old ones were, due to the sidewall being so high and the thread being so wide, it just hit on the inside of our over fender. I would like to clear it at least, yeah, so we like an inch. I would like to have an inch of suspension travel, because otherwise we are going to hit the tire and probably pull off the over fender. But this was built with this rim in mind, with the specific width and everything, so it corresponds perfectly with the width of the car now. So the only variable that we can change is the tire. So completely sold. But anyways, this will give us some clearance on the overall height of the tire, because the other ones were just massive. I really wanted to keep them because the look was pretty cool. But sometimes you just have to compromise a little. And I think this might do the trick. That looks awesome. Well, it solved the problem with the rubbing, I must say. That's a whole other look. And it is actually looking like I need to lower it just an inch, or as much as I want to lower it to just clear it. But this is promising. Yeah, just roll it out in the light and have a look at it out here. Alright, with the new wheels on, I guess there's only one thing left to do, and that is to go get some plates for the car. This is the first drive in the 71 Celica after the rebuild. The plates are on the car. Everything should be ready. So let's start it up and go for a drive. I'll choke. Fuel pump is on. Strong start. Let's get these guys on. Let's give it a go. First drive. I need to set my mirrors. They suck. Power steering works. Steering feels great. It goes forward, reverse, it brakes. That's pretty cool. I almost forgot the most important thing. When testing new setups, don't leave home without it. All right. ride is a little hard, as it should be. Running on rails right now. Doing these bumps here pretty aggressively. Try and see if I can get some motion out of the suspension. I'm surprised about how easy it steers with the new power assisted steering. That's just flawless. Perfect position for the steering wheel. The only thing you can reach with the harness on is the stereo. And for that reason, I have remote for that. Very hard, firm ride. That test drive complete. Not a complete success, but this counts as a win in my book. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to subscribe and like if you want to see more. So I guess that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, following what we did to this car. And now the question is, what's next?